Hello there my friends, and today I decided to film a thrift tag video. Honestly, I've seen so many variations of this tag out there on YouTube, and I just decided to mix them up together, choose the most interesting questions and answer them. There is 15 questions in total, like 15 and a half. I tried to answer them in the most entertaining way, find things that I haven't shown you before or find things that I've shown you a long time ago and you probably don't even remember about them anymore. So I hope that you will enjoy this video, and let's just get started. First question, when did you start thrifting? Well, let's just say as long as I can remember. Thrifting was always a part of my life. I was always going to secondhand stores and outlets with my mom when I was growing up. And the fact is that we don't even have a lot of thrift stores in Moscow. You kind of have to look for them, and they're so small, they're tiny, they're not like thrift stores in the United States. Thrift stores here are like Disneyland for me, honestly. And we don't really have antique stores there, at least not that I know of. Even if we have them, they're probably too pricey. We do have amazing flea market out of town. It's a pretty scary area to go to. So when I was 12 or 13, I would go there with my best friend in secret. My mom would never let me go there, but it was even more exciting this way. That's actually how I recognized that I love vintage style, when we started going to the flea market and I would buy old Soviet Union clothes. I would style it and go to school, and everybody would just look at me like, what are you doing? I felt so unique, I felt so free. It was always so much fun. There were girls who were even calling me vintage girl in high school. I thought it was kind of offensive. Now when I think about it, it was actually a pretty cool nickname. These were such a good times. I'm so happy I experienced all of that. I'm really excited to be making videos now that are connected with this huge part of my life. Anyway, if you want, I can make a separate video about my style and its evolution. If I talk about every single detail right now, it's gonna be too long. And the second question is, what is the most expensive item that you have thrifted? I actually have like 3 answers on this question. My chairs that I bought for our living room costed me $60 altogether. Definitely really cheap for 4 vintage chairs. So I think furniture doesn't really count in this question. If we do count antique stores, the most expensive item that I've thrifted was my wedding dress. It was vintage, even on sale, but it still costed me $50, which is definitely super cheap for a wedding dress, but pricey for something that's secondhand. Third answer is a regular thrift store find. This would be $30. I spent $30 twice in a thrift store. Both of them were not really worth it, I feel like, but I did do this and I'm gonna show you what I bought. The first thing I bought for $30 in a thrift store was this dress. I'm not sure why it was so expensive, honestly. Maybe it is some sort of designer brand. The only reason why I actually purchased it was because I needed a dress for a Japanese lantern festival. I didn't have anything to wear and it was already coming up, so I was kind of in a rush. I saw this dress, I decided that it's gonna be perfect, but the sad thing is that the weather sucked that day and I wasn't able to wear it. Next $30 item is actually pretty recent, and these are these knee-high boots. This brand is called Indigo. It is part of Clark's brand. They're real leather. I really wanted knee-high black boots. They fitted me like a glove, so I couldn't resist and I bought them. Savers, come on, $30 for thrifted shoes? This is ridiculous. The third question is, what is your thrifted staple piece? The most important ones are really lightweight tops in the neutral colors. I style them with everything. The first one would be this pretty black one that I showed you in my last year's summer thrift haul. I have the same one in a white color. I wore them so freaking much, and I even got some compliments about them because of these straps right here. They look very unique, very stylish. This is definitely a great staple piece to have. From my last thrift haul is this lightweight cream top, also a great staple piece. And in winter I was using a cream colored turtleneck as my staple piece. The fourth question is, what is the tackiest item you thrifted? I thought about it, but I didn't really have to think too long. I have those things. I still love them, but I've never worn them because they're so tacky that I can't cannot style them with anything. It's crazy. First ones would be these Skechers mules with a really pointy toe and stars. These are so cute, but I don't know, I can't style them. I really don't want to part with them. I think it's a good answer. The other tacky item you might remember is this vintage jumpsuit. It is still so beautiful, colors are amazing. You probably knew it all along since I bought it, that I'm never gonna be able to wear it. I still love it a lot. The fifth question is, what is your latest thrift find? It's pretty boring. I just bought a stool that I was using to film try-on clips for my thrift haul. I just went to Goto and saw it and thought it was very convenient to film my videos with it, and I bought it. It was just $6. And the sixth question is, what is your favorite thrifted item currently? For this question, I couldn't decide between two things. First ones are these mules that I showed you in my last thrift haul. So comfortable, so pretty, real leather, perfect for summer. And I haven't really had a chance to show you the second thing yet, so I'm very excited. It is this beautiful vintage dress with cherries and stripes. I found it in a tiny thrift store up north. It was in the nightgowns section, and I was like, I don't think so. I styled it, it looks so adorable. I was wearing it with the belt. I wore it for the 4th of July. I felt just the most patriotic girl out there. It was beautiful. I loved that evening and I love this dress. The seventh question is, where do you thrift most often? This has to be hands down Arks Valley Village. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure you don't have it in other states. If I'm wrong, tell me down below. But I'm really happy that Minnesota has this thrift store, because when I go there, every single time I find something that I just adore, which is not a good thing if I'm trying to kind of cut my expenses, but it's definitely amazing if I'm prepared to spend some money. It's not that it is super expensive or anything. It's pretty much the same prices as Savers and Goodwill. They do have a really nice deals. Every day there is some sort of color tag that has 50% off, and they also give you membership. Every time you spend money, you get points on your card. When you reach a certain amount of points, they give you $10 discount, which already happened to me once, and I'm excited to make it happen again. And they also have some unique promotions going on. For example, this month, I'm pretty sure they give you a tote bag when you spend $50. I still haven't been there after I heard about that, but I'm excited to get a tote bag, especially if it has their name on it. I hope they will have some in stock when I go there. And the next question is, what is your biggest bargain? What is the best deal that you got in the thrift store, basically? And this one was really tricky for me. I kind of have to mention flea market finds, because those would be probably the biggest bargains. For example, when I was in Italy and I went to the flea market, I found my mom a bag which was made from genuine cow leather. It was Italian. It was in a perfect 100% condition. I bought it, I'm pretty sure, for €3. Ridiculous price for this item. I couldn't really come up with anything better than this bargain, but there is one thing. This is this dress. I'm sorry, the button came off, but I have it. I just need to sew it back together. But anyway, I bought it in Goodwill. It was on sale, $4. It doesn't have any tags on. I just bought it purely because I liked the design. I wore it on Christmas. I wore it when I was filming my New Year's resolutions video. At some point, I came across a website so that this is actually a Free People dress. Supposedly it is more than $100 worth. I always love Free People stuff. Free People is actually my most favorite brand to thrift. Answering another question here. I never really come across Free People in a thrift store. This was the first time. The second time I came across Free People, I found really cute leggings, but they were too big for me and I couldn't purchase them. The next question is, what is your go-to thrifted accessory? First one are these silver hoop earrings. I bought them recently. Super simple silver toned hoop earrings. I'm wearing them basically every day. Today I decided to put a little pendant on this one. Second go-to accessory would be this hat, which I showed you in my previous thrift haul. It is vintage and I'm definitely wearing it more than any other hats that I own. Other go-to accessories would be my thrifted bags. I basically use all of them, just decide which one goes with which outfit. But I found the bag that I use more than anything else. This is actually this backpack. Funny thing, it is also from the same Italian flea market. It was also for euros. It's genuine leather, brown, perfect backpack. Basically my holy grail. Every time I buy a new backpack, I always come back to this friend. There's a bunch of space. There's stuff there right now because I took it with that cherry dress on 4th of July. The next question is, what is your go-to section in the thrift store? I don't know, I usually prefer going through the whole thrift store, but when I thought about it, I would say I'm always going to vintage section if the thrift store has one. I can't really say that I'm finding a lot of vintage items in that section. Most often the best vintage items are out there. Proves once again that you have to look through everything. Another section that I'm always trying to remember to check would be men's section, especially men's t-shirts and men's flannels. If you don't usually check men's section, you should definitely try it one time. You will not regret it. Funny enough, the next question is your one tip for first-time thrift shoppers. I would probably say don't be afraid to leave your comfort zone, at least for a little bit. I think this is pretty much the beauty of the thrift stores. You can always experiment with things. What is stopping you? Prices? Come on, they're not that high. What people would think? Well, that's just stupid. Wrong size? Well, you can still try to style something that's a little bit big on you. Yeah, it's kind of harder to do if it's small. It's fine, you will find something else. It's definitely important to try on things. You should do it every single time. I have friends who don't try things on. They actually find pretty boring things, honestly. They don't even experiment, they don't even try to leave comfort zone a little bit. When you're creating outfit, leaving comfort zone doesn't mean that you need to wear uncomfortable clothes. It just means that you can play with different things. Just follow your gut, follow your imagination. I don't know, I'm just saying that if you're a first-time thrift shopper, have fun. Don't just stick to staple items. If you do not agree with me, we might just have different opinions, and that's totally fine. What is your most favorite thrifting experience? And I actually have really amazing experience. Basically, I bought a bag in a thrift store, and when I came home, I found out that it has some Japanese souvenirs in there. They were in this little bag. I'm still keeping them all here. Amazing memento. First one was this card. It's really pretty. It has flowers on it. It says somebody's name and date of birth. I'm not really sure what these cards are for. Then there was one coin in here. 5 little stamps with sunflowers. So happy it happened. I'm just so happy. The next question is, what is your longest owned item? This just had to be something that I brought with me from Moscow. So I remembered about this jacket. It is so crazy, so vibrant and floral. You can definitely see that I love floral for a long time. Kind of hard to style, but it does look very good with black outfit. Pop of color. I owned this jacket for like 4 years probably now. Other items that I owned for a long time would be jewelry pieces that I bought on a flea market back in Moscow. I'm just gonna show you one of those. This is this ring. I own it for 9 or 10 years already. We even fought with my best friend over it. It was a set, it came with earrings, and at the end we decided we're going to share it. I'm going to have a ring and she's going to have earrings, and I think it was such a friendly decision. What can be a better example of friendship than sharing set like that? I do have this jewelry box with a bunch of old items from different flea markets. If you want, I can make a video about this. Just tell me down below if this is something that will be interesting for you. The next question is, what are you currently on a hunt for? I really want vintage high-waisted jeans. Just simple blue wash. The other thing is magazine stand, magazine rack. I'm not sure what's it called. I have so many magazines just lying around my house, getting outrageous and annoying. I need a magazine holder to just keep them in one place. The third thing is actually very exciting because my sister-in-law is getting married and I need a dress for her wedding. Not like a bridesmaid or anything. It doesn't doesn't have to be anything in particular. I just want to look pretty. Something light and flowy would be really nice. I'm going to show you what I found when I find it. And the last question is to create all thrift outfit that describes your personality and style. I thought about doing that, but you know, all my outfits describe my personality and style. I don't know how just one outfit would do that. So I'm just going to show you one of my outfits. I picked this one because it's really ivory, you know, ivory Evie. I like it. It has floral details. I feel stylish and badass in it. So that's my pick. If you want to see more of my outfits, subscribe to my Instagram because I post a lot of outfits there. This was my thrift tag video. Nobody really tagged me to do it, and I'm not really tagging anybody else to do it either, but you're free to film it if you feel like making this type of a video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to put likes, click subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave me comments down below. I love you guys very much. Thank you so very much for watching. I feel great after talking to you. Bye!